Hey, this is my first YouTube video. Hi, I'm Bryce, and this is regarding the thing called stretching your ears. So now I'm at in between about ½ inch and 5/8, and not 9/16, somewhere in between that. Now I bought these earrings off Etsy online. I bought them at 5/8. They sent me, as they said, ½ inch, which was not true because the ones I had in my ears before were a ½ inch. And it took some fighting to get them in, but they went in relatively okay. So, number one, never trust what you see online. You know, always make sure you have one of these on hand. Micrometer. It will tell you the true size of what you're actually wearing. And so, the journey began. I was maybe 18 years old, had one ear pierced, standard size eclairs, and then eventually I ended up piercing the other ear with a hollow tip for my friend, which is a bad idea. Hollow tip to a 10 gauge right away. This other ear I had pierced for a while from eclairs. I had it gauged to a 10 gauge with a plug through it with two O-rings through it. So I had that. That was fine. Smells really bad, so don't worry about it. Make sure you clean your ears all the time. And no matter what they say, it's always going to smell, even if you clean it. Always. So anyways, had this ear pierced to a 10 gauge with a hollow tip needle. It got infected, like really bad, to the point where I had pus all the way down the side of my jaw. You could feel it with your finger, just rubbing down all the way. So I went to the doctors, and they took a hollow tip needle, poked the back of my ear, and drained all of the pus out. Like, nasty stuff. This is in high school, so this has been, 11, 12 years ago maybe. I'm 30 now, so you know, this doesn't really matter anyways. So they punctured it, and went back to the doctor maybe every week, 2 weeks, to have them drain the pus out of my ear. And meanwhile, at school, I'm wearing this big, huge, like, white patch on my face, you know, like, to keep all the pus and blood and all this nasty stuff going on in my ear. It was bad stuff. I joined the military and took my jewelry out of my ears, of course, and they healed back up. And I joined the military back in 2006, you know, and now it's 2016, so it's been a long time. I gotten out, and, you know, curiosity killed the cat, you know. I didn't, you know, seeing if something would go through my ear, like a needle or like jewelry, you know, like a regular like 18, 20 gauge, you know, regular little stud would go through. Went through just fine, and they gone through for a while. I kind of went through them every once in a while, you know, to make sure they're still open, you know, just in case I wanted to wear jewelry later on in the future. And so back in, you know, July this year, 2016, me and my wife wanted to start gauging our ears together. And so, you know, her ears are pierced already, but, you know, she'd never actually been gauged before. So she started off at a bit of a smaller gauge than I did. I think she went to a 14 taper stainless steel, and I bought a 12 gauge stainless steel taper. Went through my ear just fine. And then I went on Amazon, and I had bought a pair of, well, not a pair, but I think it was from 16 to 00 set of acrylic plastic, like plugs and tapers. Now, I'll let you know now that it's always better to use stainless steel tapers in your ears than plastic. Not that big of a deal when it comes to these tapers if you have it in your ear for maybe, you know, a few minutes. But I've learned in the past, and also recently, that it's always better to use stainless steel tapers or metal or titanium, something that's not going to release toxins inside your ear once it gets warm. That's a big deal. So don't do that. Anyways, using tapers, your ears get really hot, really red fast because they're stretching, of course. And that plastic you put in your ear, the acrylic, emits toxins inside your ear. It's not good news bears. It's bad. It's bad. Don't do it. Sorry, I gotta spit and burp. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, I've used acrylic tapers in my ears for up until a 00. I'll let you know now, going slow is always good because you'll have one bad ear and also one good ear. The good ear will, of course, may not be as rejective as what I had before was, but it was bad because I think I'd gone from trying to put in through a 6 to a 4 in both ears. One ear had it was okay. The other one was not having it at all. Next morning, I woke up with it in my ear. It was all inflamed and nasty and gross looking. So I ended up downsizing my ear to a 6 gauge. One ear a 4, one ear a 6. And then, after it healed for a while, I went ahead and put in the 4 through the other one. And that was okay. But I'll let you know now, just don't use plastic stuff. Use titanium or stainless steel or something like that, because that will save you a lot of hurt in the long run. I'm telling you it will. Anyways, I still have the acrylic tapers in my ear. Not wearing them as jewelry, because you don't want to wear tapers as jewelry ever. But I had it in my ears, when I was stretching them out to a 00. Then I went to the store, the local jewelry piercing store, and I got an original looking for a pair of, what's the size in between 00 and ½ inch? 7/16, something like that. Didn't have it. All I had was in ½ inch. And of course, being impatient like the person I was, I bought them. I got them home, took my tapers out, not tapers, but my plugs out of my ears, and then I put the silicone ones through. Pop, pop, went through just fine. 10 minutes later, they burned like all hell. Like, ouch, 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 ouch. Woke up next morning, nasty, just gross, pussy stuff in my ear, just not good looking. It smelled really bad. It wasn't like a stretched ear smell either. It was like a rotting flesh smell. Went online, saw that do not stretch your ears with silicone. Don't do it. It's bad. If you ever want to go up a size and you're not sure how your ears are going to take what you're stretching to, always make sure you have a pair of stainless steel, titanium, glass, something hyperallergenic in your ears. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't have something to back it up, you're gonna go down a size. I promise. So anyways, I have the silicone ones on my ears for a day. I went to the store and I bought a pair of ½ inch stainless steel tunnels with a screw back. The metal screw back. Taking those tunnels out, the silicone ones, hurt really bad. Hurt real bad. Silicone is not meant for fresh, healing ears. It's just not. Not natural, abrasive, porous. Your skin heals to the inside of the silicone. It's not good. It's not good at all. So, the pain was worth it getting those out of my ears, because my ears thanked me in the long run for putting stainless steel inside of them, or some kind of a steel or metal, something natural in your ears. So I had a pair of Seahawks ones in my ears, ½ inch. Those went okay through fine after I took out the silicone tunnels I had in my ears. Let them be in there for maybe about a week. And then I bought a pair, I thought, online on Etsy, were 5/8, because this was my goal size at one time, but now it's changed. I think I want to go maybe 3/4, 7/8, something like that. I don't know yet. Anyways, this is my goal size. Originally 5/8 when I bought them online, and I bought them online, and I compared them to the Seahawks plugs I had in my ear already. They were supposed to be a ½ inch, which were not. And I bought them a Hot Topic too, so who knows what the hell they are. Anyways, I put them in my ear. They fought a little bit. I had to kind of wiggle in there a little bit, you know, and I got them in eventually. And then I found this micrometer, which told me the true size of what I was actually putting in my ear. Measured it out. It was the Jack Skellington ones I have in my ears now were in between ½ inch and 9/16. In between there somewhere. I'm not sure what we're at. It's like a decimal period, mathematical, about abrasion, whatever. Anyways, I have these in my ears now, and they feel fantastic. I bought these on Etsy. Kind of like Sugar Skull, kind of looking vibe. Jack Skellingtons, you know. It's cool. I like them a lot. Anyways, I bought these on Amazon at 5/8. These are the only pair of plugs, tunnels, anything about that are actually the right size. And these are 5/8. Today, I decided to see how it would feel if I put the 5/8 into my ear when they were already at ½ inch, it was 9/16, something like that. Put them through, and it didn't hurt like I had originally put the silicone ones in my ears before that were at a ½ inch. You know, because before I remember how it felt. And these ones didn't feel the same way, but I decided to be smart and be safe and take these out of my ears and put back in my Jack Skellington ones are right around ½ inch to 9/16, something like that. Anyways, just make sure you gauge your ears right and properly, because you don't want to get infected and nasty like some of the stuff I've seen online before. Pussy, nasty, bloody, rotting ears, that kind of stuff. Just don't do it. Just make sure you gauge the right way, the proper way. And to be honestly, I'm not the perfect example of that because I have not done that. But I've also made sure I listened to my body to make sure that what I was going to was proper. It hurts, it's nasty, pussy, nasty, smelly. Don't do it. Something weird going on, make sure you downsize, or make sure you put something natural through your ears, you know, stainless steel, titanium, whatever. Anyways, this is the first video I've made so far, and I'm sure I'll probably update this pretty soon because I'm sure I left out a lot of stuff I didn't say. So anyways, I want to say hello from Puyallup, Washington, and go Hawks.